Welcome back to the Bunker Podcast. I'm your host John, and we've got something a little different today. First of all, we are on the couch, we're not on the table on our usual set, how we normally are, because we've got a few guys with us today. And second of all, I know you guys very well. Some of you might recognise Alex from our first podcast. He's his age today, but he's brought the whole gang through. So this has kind of been a long time coming. Do you want to introduce yourself, chaps?
Yeah, I'm Malev.
I'm 3Words Producer Pond.
Yeah, he's a good guy. All these are good guys. But yeah, carry on. And and
I'm Alex, the famous Aegis, Contagious of the Rages.
In his rapper persona today. Yeah. So where did it all start? Talk to me about like the music though. So you're all here as like independent artists today, obviously, but like you work together, you cooperate, you like share each other's bars and beats, etc. How did that kind of situation come about for you guys? How did you meet each other and what got you all, first of all, into music and second of all, working together?
Lev, come on, man. You can hit this away, man. Remember that place?
With the pressure on your boy.
Remember that place?
The Crane.
The Crane.
Hey, shout out to Crane. Crane was on deck. You might have seen him earlier on our live set with the guys. He's not from here, but shout out to him.
Me and Lev met at Red Tape, where we was just doing music tech shit, and then gradually became mates and just started chilling about, and he introduced me to everyone else, to be honest.
I think it's just a case of like-minded individuals grouping to make music, I would say.
Yeah, just attracting that same sort of energy.
Yeah, exactly.
So you Malev, you introduced Age to everyone. Would you say you're the outgoing one then, the one who's like...
I'd say we're all pretty outgoing.
A little bit. I wouldn't necessarily describe myself as outgoing, but I saw potential in Age, so I thought...
Yeah, he did. He brought
he should work with us,
and all these years, you became close friends over that time, so you guys are tight as well.
Yeah, of course, man.
You know. I mean, I've known you guys for a while, but I mean, obviously the people at home might not be as familiar with your relationship or whatever, but like, you guys are solid. I
can't remember the first time I met you though, Pond. Where was it now? I just feel like I've always known you now.
Yeah, that's the thing with me though.
And like, a lot of people do, like everybody knows you. You got one of them faces.
Pond's just...
I don't know, well, Malev that
introduced
me to AJ, so...
Lev's just...
It must have been one day at Red Tape, to be honest with you.
Probably.
Being in front of them big...
Did you come down to Red Tape? Yeah, I think I brought a few people down.
Thinking we know what we're doing. Big mixing desk and that.
But, and like, you probably saw things in each other that like you might not have necessarily seen.
I definitely rated AJ the first time I heard him.
Cheers, bro.
And that's why I'm still chilling with him today.
You still take that as a compliment?
Yeah,
even many years, even like...
Of course, bro.
Well, I just said his names looked cute before.
Yeah, you did. We're pretty tight like that.
That's just the kind of friends.
By the way, mate, you've got nice earlobes yourself. They're not quite as perky as mine.
Well.
But you know.
I've got the dangliest earlobes. I think if it's an earlobe competition, though, I think like mine are pretty beautiful. Let's be
John,
real about it.
Stop boasting.
It's your influence. Let's get back to the music. Who are like your influences like growing up? And like we'll go 1, 2, 3.
Right. Obviously Eminem. I can't get enough of it. I'm always listening to new stuff. But all different things really. Plan B. I like Professor Green. J. Cole. Tyler the Creator. That's just listing a few, to be honest. But yeah.
Cool. Like, so you value lyricism over like...
Yeah.
Because
that's what got
depends
me
what you
into
look for, but like that's what got you into it in the first place.
Yeah, mate. Yeah, but no, not even necessarily, man. Because I've been listening to Eminem since I was like 3 or something. Well, from one of my earliest memories is literally just bouncing on the fucking hallway while my sister was listening to some Eminem. So it's from then I've just had something in my ear that's like...
Listening to Slim Shady from like 3 as well.
That's funny. I was the first person to swear at school.
Do you ever go to like someone else, like your mate's mum's house and like... You, I don't know, stub your toe on like a chair or something and you go, fuck! You're about 13 and then your friend would look at you like, oh my god. Like,
nah, not even. I was quite polite with people's mums.
That surprises me, to be honest. I've known you a while and I wouldn't have assumed that.
Well, I'm polite for
influences. Morgan, who are some of your biggest influences?
Oh, what?
Musically.
I know when I was growing up I used to listen to a lot of grime, but now grime kind of doesn't exist anymore, so... I don't know.
How do you feel about
that? It's pretty sad, but everyone just likes drill now, don't they? So
yeah, I
think there's always going to be people doing it though. But like, I do think those snare drums and those kind of you know, on the
It's
team
just
like
what's
that.
in
I
I
think
think
that's the
that
future.
people like, yeah, definitely it is. But it's just like,
It's just what's in it at the minute.
yeah.
Do you think grime could like, you know, have a what's the word, a renaissance, like a resurgence at some point in time? Because you see it all the time. Like people thought like
It's not even
80s
time.
music was outdated and like all like 80s stuff is good but it's dated, and then someone like Tory Lanez comes along and takes that nostalgic style and completely reinvents it. Now it's everywhere. Now it's really popular, right? For example, so that could happen with old like 2004, 2005 like grime style as well, or like early 2000s garage.
I just don't think you have them
stuff
But
same
it's
that,
just
you know?
like, there's no underground scene anymore.
Yeah, you don't
it's
feel
only
like-
mainstream, isn't it? If like Skepta or Stormzy did
I'm gonna
it,
say,
yeah, whatever. But
you don't
there's
feel
no
like there's them
underground.
pioneers like they used to be.
No,
Do you know what I
it's
mean?
like, there's no
You know when you'd
market
see them on the
anymore,
street,
so-
like all the fucking legends together,
Yeah,
like absolutely
yeah, it
shelling
doesn't-
it.
that doesn't happen anymore.
Yeah, it don't feel like that whatsoever.
Because obviously the music industry has evolved, but at the same time, it does kind of make me sad because that's my childhood. But I do get it. I do get why it's changed.
And you kind of got to evolve with it. How have you guys adapted to that and the change in the culture with regards to the music industry, I guess?
I mean, I've been out for a while, to be honest. I can't even really answer that.
You know, I'm
It
not really
was to
into the
take
grime
it.
and stuff anyway, but...
I've been out.
So like you're a grime artist, you label yourself as like a hip hop
Yeah, I suppose.
head.
Yeah.
There must be like crossover with you guys, of course.
Oh,
you
yeah,
guys have
there
songs
definitely
and
Yeah,
shit, right?
100%.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
couple,
But it must be
Not
good
off the top
to.
of my head.
We were on our first interview. We were talking to a guy called Alistair Gordon, and he was saying like when they all of his band like came together, they all had different influences and listened to different things, and it sounded better at the end than something like, you know, if they only listen to one type of music. I imagine that's similar with you guys in the aspect that you've all got different influences, but you can all bring them to one palette and mix all that together.
Yeah,
Am I along the right lines
Yeah.
there?
Oh yeah, 100%.
Yeah, definitely, man. Yeah. I don't know how to answer.
I was like, is it going somewhere? What about Pond? What did you grow up on like? Because you're like
Pond was brought
You're
up
a
in
beat
a farm.
guy. aren't you? You're the DJ. So like, you must have grown up listening
Pond
to
was
all
I
this
grew
shit.
up on silence.
I'm so sad, man. I was born upon silence.
Silent, peaceful nights.
Yeah.
No, I grew up on like MF Doom, a lot of like
Doom's such a legend. bro.
MPC and like archive like producers like
Dilla.
yeah, all that.
Yeah. So that
Sheffield
kind of,
Rap.
yeah.
Just basically, I listened to my favourite producers and I was like, who are they producing for? And then obviously,
So you got into it like literally. You were admiring guys like Dilla and Dre and Puff Daddy. You
Honestly.
started off as like making the beats for guys.
honestly,
like
not
Biggie and
really.
Rose
I
and
started
stuff.
making music and then you realise how it's made, and then that made me appreciate it well. So before, like I was like, oh yeah, it's like music, but then now you learn about it, and now it's probably
Yeah.
like every day, like you listen to every nook and cranny.
Yeah.
It's kind of like you go off that, and you're like, oh,
That's an interesting tangent actually. I guess it's an open question to all of you guys. Like, you talk about that, like how you listen to music and therefore how you make music yourself has like evolved over time. So do you guys ever listen to go back and listen to your old shit? In the headspace that you're at now, and like
What,
do
of
you-
our own tracks?
Yeah, your own
Or
stuff.
just
Yeah.
old stuff?
No, your own
Alright.
music. Like,
Yeah,
do you ever
well,
look back on your
definitely.
own music? How
Yeah,
do
we
you
do it
feel about
together.
that now? Like,
Yeah. Well, obviously you're a lot worse than you used to be, so showing that you're progressing, I guess. But like,
you got to
it's just-
embrace that.
Yeah, it's just nice to look back on the stuff and see where your head was.
it's like
at
one of
that
those
same-
memory things. Like,
Yeah,
you get
it's like a
memories on
Snapchat
Facebook,
memory
and
or
it's
something,
like,
but you know,
right,
like,
yeah.
and it takes you back to that time, like, oh, what we were doing at that point or whatever. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, earlier we watched a video and he's like, oh yeah, we were at that second house, all right, at uni, and then we had a little laugh about it and stuff. Do you know what I mean? It's nice,
Yeah,
bro.
definitely.
It's nice to go back and what you had.
Yeah, it's nice to check shit out, especially for someone who does music. Like, it's just your thing, innit? Like, you're proud of your own stuff.
Yeah,
So
you
it's
got
just
to
nice
do.
to check over that.
In what ways do you think you guys have like improved and evolved since like when you started? Because like I've seen you guys like I've known you guys a while. I've seen you like grow and evolve, and musically and as people as well. And that's something that's like really satisfying to see. But like sometimes like you don't see it yourself that way. But do you guys see that? Do you guys see your own evolution along the way and stuff like that?
Yeah, definitely. When it's like compared to like what we used to be getting up to and stuff.
I'm more like stricter on myself. I'm not letting myself like run away with just like silly little things.
Doing dumb shit, crazy shit.
Like, do I listen to my old stuff? Like, obviously, I'm making so much stuff that the new becomes old, and then like.
You appreciate that rebelliousness, but you're glad that you're not in that place now because that enables you to like make more. I don't know, stuff that you're probably happier with, like on an artistic level.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, 100%.
I think all three of us have put something out and taken it down. We're just weird. We know so much more now.
Yeah. Yeah, so you're kind of like hypercritical of like your own work. Do you feel like you have to be?
Yeah.
To a certain extent, yeah. But
yeah, because I feel like people who aren't.
But then you never get anything out if you so like you put it out and then you're much better.
Yeah, if you can be too hypercritical. But I think you need to have a bit of that.
Just if you don't like a track yourself, how's anyone else gonna like it? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. That's why you don't hear like we ain't got much. We're still like we've been doing it for a while, but we're still new in a sense.
That's what I mean. There's no point in not being 100% happy with a track when you've got it out. Like if you don't like it yourself, how can you expect other people to like it? Do you know what I mean? I think that's probably the mindset for a lot of artists. I would imagine.
Yeah, you gotta be like I bet like there's so many artists who record like so much, but like it's like the tip of an iceberg. Like the top bit of that they'll be happy with, and they'll be like letting people actually see. That's why you see people like people who like die and stuff who've got these massive catalogues like after they're gone because they were recording every day and they probably just thought it's not good enough, but the rest of the world hears it and they're like this bangs or whatever. Yeah,
I think you're just looking for that hit, aren't you, most of the time?
For sure. You guys done, you performed live much? Tell me about some of the venues you've
we've done a few gigs.
Like 2 or 3.
Yeah, not loads, but we've been still figuring out all our own sounds and stuff.
We were on a roll before we got hit with the COVID.
Yeah,
I think that fucked a lot of people.
Yeah,
that's when the bulk of our shows came right before COVID.
Yeah,
and then
proper
after that,
did us over.
That's kind of like the reason I haven't really done anything for a couple of years.
Because it just put everyone's life on hold.
Stalled everything, didn't it? So
you're all still young though. Like we're in a fortunate position that like. You guys have got time to like bounce back from that. A lot of artists won't have that.
That's true. Yeah, sure. But just the COVID stuff's been pretty fucked. But just looking forward to getting that stuff out from now on and just getting more on it with stuff, shows and bookings.
For sure. Hey, what's the plan for the future then with you guys? What's the next steps, I suppose, for the good people?
Well,
at home?
I've got an album upcoming, which is going to be flaming. I mean, I can delve more into it when I'm with Noah or whatever. But yeah, it's going to be a madness. I'm really excited for it. It's probably the best stuff I've done. So yeah, it's looking good.
Different.
But in the meantime, we're trying to figure out all our group, because we've got a group at the minute, but we're just trying to figure out all the ins and outs of it all, because obviously we want to do the best we can. But yeah, apart from that, just doing more projects, getting shit done, I suppose. Hopefully getting some gigs. Yeah, getting busy.
You?
Yeah, just been starting to write again. Just going to try and take a more official direction with it.
Cool.
Get everything done to a high standard and everything.
Standard's important.
So before I wasn't working before, so now I've got the money to invest into that sort of stuff, which is obviously a big part of music, really, to be honest. So.
Very true. So much of the time it's about having people who've got the passion and the talent and they don't have the space or the time or whatever, but you say, you set yourself up to do that.
The bunker, this is where you put the ad in.
Come to us, the bunker. Jump on it. Pond, what's your plan for, I don't know, the next 12 months, then the future, I guess?
Fucking hell. Don't know, mate. I'm going to carry on doing the same thing I've been doing this whole time, man.
Keep working for you, man.
Yeah. I mean, nothing different. Like, support these guys the most I can do if they want. Certain summer, I know AJ likes to send me a lot of sounds and stuff.
You just like to help in whatever way.
I'm here if you need me, like.
You sound like a bit of a Swiss Army knife, like sort of jack of all trades.
It's just very useful to have. Yeah, he is, man. Tom's a sick producer, man.
What would you guys? What do you guys want to leave the people with? What's your message, I suppose, to close this off?
I was going to say something. Yeah, we're starting to make waves, and I hope it starts to resonate with everyone, and they just enjoy our shit. So yeah, that's what I'd like to say personally. Check the album. wherever cameras
the
are
one,
coming
it's the
from.
destination.
So yeah,
cameras.
Lev, come on, mate, stand up and do it.
Yeah, stand up like Malcolm X, where I got. Say your piece.
Like AJ says, man, we're coming back. We've been dead for a bit, but
But we're on the return.
resurrection.
Yeah, resurrection team.
Like a phoenix rising from the ashes. You got anything else to add?
Exactly, John.
Nah, we're good.
Big up, everyone.
Thanks for coming
watching.
through, my guy, gentlemen. It's been an absolute pleasure. Check out their live set on the Bunker. It's very good. Yeah, make sure to like, subscribe. Come back for the next one. We're going to be back soon and all that jazz. So yeah, peace out, people. Catch you on the next one. See you in a bit.